comfortable. This is that 50-50 choice. Do you want to sit on a bolster or do you want to just sit on a block? Do you want to sit on your bottom? You know, you're going to just sit.
I want to sit on my back.
You can, you're funny. Good. Okay. So go ahead and take one leg and just stick it out in front of you. Yeah. Just point and flex. Point and flex your foot, your ankle, your toes, spread your toes, sort of like just wiggle the foot side to side, some lateral movement. So it's not just point flex, but it's like pinky toe toward you, then big toe toward you. Like really imagine that you could move every bone in that foot. Can you? Okay. And a lot of us have a difference from one foot to the other. I certainly do. Like 50 years ago, I broke my toe on this foot, and that foot doesn't work the same as the other one. You'd think it would be over by now, but it's not. It actually, it'll a little bit every year, it gets a little worse. Yeah. Yeah. And then go ahead and pull that one back in and switch to the other one. Just see if you can already feel that there's something happening in the foot that you were just working. Can you feel that? Yeah. So just a little pointing, flexing. Imagine that you could spread the fascia on the sole of the foot, like separate the toes, pull the pinky toe back, pull the big toe back. Like there's a lot of things that you can do there. And know that this might seem like sort of unimportant, but if you understand or if you've ever heard of reflexology, there's a point on the sole of your foot that directly connects to every one of your vital organs. And we don't really pay attention to our feet that much. Yeah. Yeah, some of us do. I was thinking about that before I went away for the weekend, I got a pedicure. And I was like thinking about like getting done because I had so much to do and I had to pack and all of this. So I was like, this is necessity, not luxury. You know what I mean? I was kind of like rushing her. And like my attitude was rushing her. I didn't say anything. But then once she started to actually do like the massage part, I was like, am I out of my mind? Like I sat back in the chair and put my phone down, you know? Right? From the knees down. Yeah. All right, and then pull that one back in. Actually, put them both out because I think that maybe you might feel it more. It's almost like there's like a little hum around the feet, yeah? We're going to keep working on that. Let's all keep the left one straight out there, but take the right one and just kind of pull it in and rest it on top of the other leg. And start to just like grab the toes. Like let your hand go over the toes, like what? My hand is going like right over the toes like that. And then you're just going to like make circles, like really kind of churn up the toes there. Feel that? Yeah. It is a little warm in here. Yeah, that's yoga. We notice and we don't react and it just is. Okay, like, so yeah, it's a little warm today. Because all of us are always like, it's too hot, it's too cold. It's, you know, and it's like, it just is. Right? Yeah. That's what Deb would say. Deb lives on in Yoga Journey all the time. Now, change it up and make it a whole circle for the ankle, which is different than you moving your foot with your foot. Letting your hand make the movements actually changes the way we articulate the joints. So you're just circling the foot. And then you'll join me in something a little strange, which some of you have done with me before. We're going to take our fingers And we're going to wedge them between the toes. So the pinky finger goes right inside your pinky toe. Get it in there. Get it as far in there as you can. Then put your ring finger in between the next two, your middle finger. Then your index finger goes between the big toe, right? So you got 4 fingers as spacers. And those of you that get pedicures understand this feeling very well, right? They put those little foam things in before they polish, right? And so see if you can actually get your fingers in there. Make space between the toes, and then use your palm to squeeze the ball of your foot. Nice, right? So we squeeze tight. I don't think there's too much pressure that you could put there. Like just squeeze. Right now you're squeezing on the lung point, I think on the heart, on the liver. Like you got a whole bunch of things going on there. A little bit of pressure, squeezing. And then just hold and breathe. Because time is really what part of the thing that works here. See if you can wiggle your fingers in there a little deeper so that the webbing of your fingers goes in toward the webbing of the toes, like deep at the root of the fingers and the root of the toes. And at first you might not have been able to, but now that you've been in there for a minute, you might actually be able to get in there a little bit deeper. And so just feel that. And if your mind is going like, what is this, me touching my feet? I don't like feet. Like, oh my God, how do I get out of here without insulting her? Right? Like, if that's what's going on with you right now, it's really important that we, save space for you. It's either here or in the back row there. Yeah. I love your shirt. We're twinning. All right, so one more good squeeze. And then your left leg is right out in front of you. I want you to carefully look at the comparison of your feet. When you take the fingers out of the right foot and you slide it back down, look at one foot and then look at the other. Yeah. And the feeling is different. It's not just the look, it's the feel, right? And just let that, even the color, all of it, the space between the toes, like, yeah, just the whole thing. It's like a different foot, just because you took the time to love it for a moment, right? And so we're going to let the right one just sort of effervesce there. I love that word. It's just going to continue to just like tingle and I don't know, that's effervesce. You know when you open up the Perrier and it goes, yeah, that's what's happening. Right? Yeah. And then we'll just bring the other one in. And we start with just like wrapping the fingers over the top of the toes so that you can start to make circles, right? Just kind of circle. You know, if you stay with me long enough, you're going to do weird stuff in here. This is the way it goes. It came up yesterday in teacher training too. Right. That's good. It's been a long time since we've done a foot day, right? And we're not just going to do feet. We're going to do from the knees down. So just think about that. Like we're always up in the hips and up in the shoulders and the neck. Like the other day we did the throat and the neck. And so we're just going down. Yeah? Okay, that's good. It's probably because I was at the bat mitzvah last weekend and I was dancing all night in high heels. I was wearing boots Friday night and Saturday to go to temple, like heels the whole weekend, and walking around New York City. So today is the day I need the massage. Right? Today I need the pedi. You want to see me in heels? I was. Fashion over function. Come on. They were smart heels. They were like a thick, like it wasn't even a wedge. No, it was like it was a boot, like walking around in a boot. Winter in New York City. Come on, people. Tell me you don't have black boots that if you were in New York City, you wouldn't be wearing them. Okay, pinky finger inside the pinky toe. Ring finger inside the next space, middle finger next space, index finger right inside by the big toe. And then start wherever you can get in there because not everybody has space there. Those bones, we stick them in shoes and we go. Like they get stuck together and we don't really get those bones moving. 33 bones, I think, in the feet. Yeah. And so then we squeeze. We grab the ball of the foot and we squeeze. Oh, it's so good. So a really good squeeze. And then, did we lose the music? No, there it is. And so you can move it around if you want to. I love just the squeeze. I feel like all of that pressure and then maybe sliding the fingers in a little deeper. Like how much can you get in there? The root of the finger to the root of the toe. And remember, you're squeezing. And if you would, just close your eyes for a moment so that you can get in your own experience. And just take another breath, give it another squeeze. And as you release the pressure from the squeeze, you slide your fingers out and extend that left leg back out. And then just see the change in the way it feels, in the way it looks, in all of it. The heat, right? The space. They're wider, yeah. You know, if you're able to widen the foot like that and spread the toes when you're doing standing balance work, you actually get better at it, you know? And you can actually really use the whole foot. I have these little tiny pinky toes that my whole life, like when I was so little, they kind of like curled under. And I spent my whole childhood twisting my ankles because I had no lateral support. And now that I do yoga, I actually stand in the lateral borders of my feet. My pinky toes I can stand on them. They're not even curled under anymore. And I have really good balance. It's just changed the way I was using my feet. And I never would have known that if I wasn't doing yoga. And I gave my feet to my daughter, and she spent her whole soccer career from 5 years old to college and beyond twisting her ankles, right? The same. So she doesn't like doing yoga that much. Yeah. She respects and she does like to practice occasionally, but it's like not her thing. Like if she wasn't getting dirty and knocking someone over, it wasn't a thing, right? All right. So now we're going to take the right leg and fold it back. And if you have a prop, have it close by. So what I want you to do is if you're gonna fold back the right leg, I'll mirror you. And you can sit on your prop, but you're going to pull the left one in really close. You sit up on props to do it. Yep, use that. Now use that. Get the height so you can do it. It has nothing to do with the one that's folded back. You could actually just be on your knee. Just lift your hips up. Please sit on the block. Put it right on top of the bolster and just lift your seat a little higher. No, put it on top of the bolster. That's the thing. I want you higher. It's important. And when you fold your leg back, make sure your knee is pointing forward. Thank you, Lisa. The arch of the foot would be facing up. And just wait, just listen. I don't care about your right leg right now. I just want it out of the way. We're going to work on the left one. So make sure your knee is forward. Don't let the knee splay out wide to the side. Yep, you can just stick it out to the side. So what we're really focusing on is the left one. The sole of your left foot will be flat, and you're going to pull the left heel back as far as you can. And then you're going to lean your body weight onto the left leg so you feel pressure in your ankle. Yeah? Now take that nice wide foot, pull the little pinky toe out, right? So that you're standing in a nice wide foot and you're leaning your weight into the left heel. That's deep flexion of your knee and your ankle, right? A lot of weight in the ankle. Pull your heel back more, your left heel back more. Now put more weight on it. Lean forward until you feel weight in your foot. So you don't have to sit on the block. You can come off the block. But hips in the air. You got to get your weight is going to be in your left foot. Like lean your body onto your left leg. You don't feel anything in your left foot? You have very mobile ankles. But that's okay. Right, it's okay. Yeah. Some people feel pressure in the front of the ankle. Some people might feel pulling on the Achilles tendon, right? And so it's just a matter of if this angle for your ankle is going to be compression or tension, right? Is it pressure or is it pulling? And it all just depends on your foot and your ankle. And close your eyes and go in a little bit to your own experience. We should all be experiencing this to some degree in the left foot. Laura, do you feel that in your left foot? You sure? Yeah. Just maybe get your hips up a little bit on something, like maybe put the bolster or something, or even one of the eggs, anything that you got there. Get the sit bones up a little higher. And then like lean into the foot. Does that feel different? Okay. I watch out for girls. I don't want you missing anything. And we can all tolerate a different amount of pressure there. And if you're still feeling a lot in your right leg, talk to me so that maybe I can help you. Because we want the sensations to be in the left. So lift your hips. Maybe put the block under your sit bones. Don't sit on the block. Just have it there for support so that the right side is. And then do you feel it leaning into the left? Yeah, okay. Is there a little less pressure on the other foot? Yeah. And so just like when we were squeezing the foot or wiggling the foot, and then we let it go, there's this moment where we want to give space for it to effervesce. There's deep flexion in the ankle and in the knee and in the hip right now. So we have to release all of those nicely. So what I want you to do first is lean to the left. Take that right leg and just put it back out in front of you. That's going to feel good. And then lean a little bit to the right and gently step your left leg forward. And then just look at them. Or close your eyes and just feel them. Yeah, it's going to be knees down today. Knees, calves, shins, ankles, toes. And how does that feel? Pressure on the tops. It's bony part because I'm not on a mat, I guess. Right on the wood floor. Yeah, this one's. Okay, so to safely come into the other side, we lean a little right so we can fold the left leg back. Or not. You don't have to fold the left leg back. But I want to make sure that we really use the right one. And we pull the right one in close. Yep. And you can lift your hips up a little bit. I used to do this from a lunge. Like if we were doing this, like we would do it like from here and put all the weight in this front leg, but I think it would be too long a hold to do that too. I know, maybe we'll go. So the heel pulls back, and in most cases, when I am having you like lunge or lean into one leg, we usually don't go way beyond 90-degree angle. Just know that this is a special case, and it's done mindfully, and it's done deliberately, and it's done slowly. So a little bit of body weight into the right foot, the right leg. The body is leaning on the leg. And if you're not sure if you got it right, talk to me. Let me come over and help you. Are you leaning into the right leg? I think move the right foot over a little bit. And then I think you need to be higher. Lift your hips higher. I don't know if this knee is going to let you, but you pull this back as close as you can and then lean up all your weight.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
You're welcome. You love the toe stuff. Even just walking right now on my feet are happy. Yeah. Try to keep the heel down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, keep the heel down and just lean in. So it's not weight on the left side. You're actually leaning your weight into the right side. I just didn't know what else to do with your left leg because I thought a lunge would just be extreme for this amount of time. All right. And as you're putting that pressure in the right foot, maybe you spread the toes out a little bit as you lean your weight through the bones, through the toes, through the ankle. The front or the back of the ankle could have sensation here. And we'll just take a couple more breaths. All right. Start to back up a little bit and then lean to the right so you can keep the left knee bent as you pull your foot around in front and then release the knee. And then you lean a little to the left as you just completely extend your leg back out. And just be with that. We don't have to make it good or bad. We don't have to make it anything. Just be with what is. A new sensation in your body, right? The witness and not the judge, right? Just like the room temperature, right? This is how yoga works. And it does help to, if you do this in lots of different scenarios in your life, you actually start to become witness and not judge. I think we navigate life with a little more grace, a little less like expectations being met or not, and like all of that kind of stuff. Like we just kind of let go of that and just abide in what is. And we don't have to like it. And sometimes we really like it, right? But I don't think the universe cares. You know? So interesting, yeah? All right. If you're using a a block, you'll be fine. If you're using a bolster to sit on, I want you to turn it so it's the narrow way. So you're just kind of sitting on the narrow end of it and letting it stick out behind you so it doesn't stick out to the sides. And then get up on that bolster. And we're going to fold both feet back. And this might mean, if your knees don't bend like this, it might mean that you put a block and a bolster, or like 3 blocks, like whatever you might need to build a tower, like to get your hips high enough that your knees will say okay to this. Yeah, anyone who's grabbing blocks, grab a few extra and bring them toward wherever your mat is, so we share in the room. And you can borrow props from your neighbors. I think Lori might need one more. Martha, give one to Lori. Can you fold your feet back? Yeah.
Can you do it like 12 feet?
This way? Okay, so you're just going to skip this one. Okay. All right, so we get our hips up on something and we make sure that the hip height is determined by how the knees feel. Right? So if you can't get your feet back and your knees bent like that, you need to sit on 2 or 3. Right? All right, we okay? Yep. That's what I would do. Just build it up just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we good? All right, now you're going to lean a little forward and put your hands on the floor. I know you can't do this one. Put your hands on the floor, pull your belly in, pull your pelvic floor in, and then start lifting your right knee up toward your chest so you get the top of the foot pressure. Right? Top of the foot, a little pressure on the top of the foot. And you don't necessarily have to have your hands forward. I actually like my hands like on either side. What I actually need to do is have a cushion, because pressing the bony part of your foot into the wood is no fun. But like that. Knee to belly. Yeah, so the top of your ankle, the front of your shin, and the top of your foot. Yeah. So it's not about bending over or getting down on your elbows. It's actually about staying up and pulling the knee up. Pulling the knee to the chest, right? Picking that knee up. Do you feel that?
No. Don't get the thing. Don't get flexion now. It stays.
Yeah, stay flexion in the hip and just try to pull the knee to the chest. What you're trying to do is stretch the top of your toes and your ankle and then maybe the front of your shin. Yeah, like that. And we're not going to hold that one long because it's kind of hard. Yeah, and then put it back down. Good, try the other side. Just have your hands on the floor and then pick up the left knee. Try not to lean back. Yes. More stretch this way? That's fine. Lean back. Go ahead. No, I mean, that's the truth. Not everybody works the same way. My ankles are really mobile. And yes. Yeah. I mean, I like this too. Oh, this is good. You could try it. Like just tops of the toes. Yeah. So either one knee up or both knees up or lean back, right? I like both knees up. Standing in the bathroom. Yeah, this reminds me of like ballet, like toe. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy good. And when you do footwork, you sweat. It does. It just creates heat. And because we're doing a little core work too, like to hold the positions. All right, everyone will be really happy. Put your knees down. And then put some weight on your hands and tuck your toes. Right? Happiness is tucking your toes. And you can be in tabletop for a minute, so you can actually release a little tension from your knees and your hips. Go ahead, bring your hands to the floor. Yeah. Knees to the floor. Yeah. Oh no, I'm trying to look at everybody. Yeah. Then go ahead and take your right leg and extend it straight back behind you. Tuck your toes onto the mat. Spread all 5 toes into the floor, push back through your heel. So the toes are tucked. Yep. And then just rock a little bit forward and back, and maybe circles with the heel too. Oh, Marissa, that looks good. Yeah. So make the right knee straight. It'll be really happy to be straight after all of that flexion. And make sure the right toes are on the ground. Yeah, they touch down. You can keep them on the bolster. It's fine. But straight leg and then spread the toes. Dig into the toes and then maybe circle the heel. Yeah, you feel that? Yeah, it's nice. So for everything I give you that you might not like, I'll give you something you like. Okay, and then bring the right knee back down and switch. Extend your left leg long. Tuck the toes into the mat. Spread some weight into all of the left toes. Maybe rock forward and back first. Just leaning forward, leaning back, and then starting to maybe circle the heel. Yeah, I'm hearing the snap, crackle, pops. And then you can bring the left knee back down. Keep the toes tucked. So it's like a fair deal. You like that one, you're probably not going to like this one. So the toes are going to be tucked, and you're going to start to sit back onto your heels or onto a prop. And if you can sit up straight, great. If you can't, you could put some blocks there to protect your knees, but we want the toes tucked. And see if you can reach back and get those little pinky toes to touch down on the mat. Sometimes they like tuck under, right? Like I talked about earlier. Toes are tucked under. Your toes are pointing back. Yeah, tuck the toes. Yeah, this is either your favorite or your nemesis. Yeah. So, the further back you lean, the more pressure in the toes, Jamie. So you might want to put your hands on your legs and lean forward, or even put your hands on the floor. That could take some of the pressure away, right? So putting your hands down in front of you would take some of the pressure off. And if you want to add more pressure, you go upright. And if you want even more, you lean back. So it's, you know what I mean? It's a matter of how much weight you're getting over the toes. And your faces are priceless right now. At home too, even though I can't see HM and Sally, I know Ronit, you're with me, feeling all of the feels. Yeah. Right? It's not so easy. And you can be leaning forward or leaning back, and we're going to just take 5 more breaths. So wherever you are, just kind of like see if you can close your eyes and just be with your feet. Be with your breath. And then we're all going to exit really slowly by just walking the hands forward. Eventually lay on your belly, so you unhinge your hips, you unhinge your knees, you can unflip your toes. If you have props behind you, just let them stay between your legs and just lay out with, just leave them there, Laura. Just like Put one leg on either side. There you go. And just lay. That's better, isn't it? Yeah. And so we lay ourselves down, crawl forward onto the belly, not just releasing the toes, but also releasing the knees and the hips. And then just take a moment and get over it, right? Yeah, right? I mean, come on. I know you're all having feelings about this. Like whoever you see for lunch today, you're going to be like, oh, or it was the best. Or it was like, oh, I wish I knew I wouldn't have gone today. Yeah. All right, go ahead and bend your knees and let your feet float in the air. Oh, that's going to be really sweet. I knew you would catch up eventually. Bend your knees, float your feet in the air. Just let them be still for a second. Relax completely through the toes, the ankles, the soles of the feet. Just let them have elevation for a moment. So some of that extra, like we made them a little bit extra pink, right? Because there's a little extra blood flow in there from all of the things we did. And what I'm trying to get right now is I'm waiting for the soles of the feet to turn white again, like just so I can see the draining of the circulation. And you can kind of feel it. So we just let the feet float for just a moment. And you can start to sway from side to side. It might help you rock your pelvis a little bit if there's been any kind of tension in the hips. And also allow a little space and freedom in your knees, right? Like try not to have any pressure at all in the knees. And it might even feel good to do the circles and the wiggling of the toes and see if all those snap, crackle, pops want to really come out completely. I knew you would get some. Yep. You guys hear them? Yeah. These are the good kind of sounds. Yeah, it's still coming. Let's just take 3 more breaths here. And then nice and easy, go ahead and put your feet back down. And you're going to leave your feet toward the back of the mat and your heads toward the front of the mat. And I just want you to flip over. Like just flip like a pancake. Way too much effort to sit up, turn around, and lay back down. Just like flip over. You ask Martha and you shall receive. You're sitting on your back now. Alright, so allow your body to settle in this moment. Try not to do anything. We don't have to shake it off. We don't have to move or adjust. Just be still as we change from sitting to down, laying down, face down, and now we're laying face up. And it might feel like from the legs down, you're just a little bit more alive in the lower body than you are in the upper body. And that's kind of how the prana works, right? We stir the prana. Can you still feel the spaces between your toes? Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw the right knee into the belly. Normally I would say grab the back of the knee or the hamstring, but today I'm going to say go ahead and grab in the front. So you're creating a little bit deeper flexion on the knee. And then go ahead and lay the left leg out long. Do very little with the left leg, as if the left side of your body was not involved at all, and you were just working on deep flexion of the hip, deep flexion of the knee, and then feel free to move the right foot, ankle, or toes around in any way that you like. And the truth is, we've been moving them a lot, so stillness might be better for you. We sometimes benefit from the stillness and we sometimes benefit from the movement. So I put both out there equally. You okay, babe? Do you need water, Linda? Do you have? Okay. So does it feel better to be in the movement or to be in stillness? And you got to try both to know. If you chose stillness, can you relax it? And I want you to have a really nice hold on that right leg, but I don't want you to overdo your shoulders, biceps, your hand grip. You can hold it in place without overworking. And so this is kind of, you could even just use your right hand. Like let the left arm just go back to the floor. So the left side is not even doing anything. It's like in Shavasana. Right? Imagine left side in Shavasana, right side in flexion. And if you tend to be more flexible going wide, which most of us are, I'm going to suggest that you keep it in toward the center more. Yeah. So that we don't start pulling on the groin, but we actually just focus on that nice deep fold in the front of your hip, a deep crease in the front of the hip. And that crease in the front of the hip, I want you to put your attention there right now and see if you can soften it. If you're pinching it too hard, that's not pleasant. See if you can actually find a way for the leg to be close to your body, but the crease where the leg and the body meet is soft. And we're going to do one more full minute here. So that's probably 5 or 6 breaths. So you can tune into your breathing, or you can wait while I watch the clock. So if you're still using your left arm, I just say lay that left arm down onto the floor. And then keep your leg exactly as it is, but take your right arm down to the floor. And then go ahead and really gently release your right leg long, right next to the left one, and just feel. Yeah. It doesn't have to be contortionist. It doesn't have to be hard to be purposeful. There's an artery right there in the crease of your hips that controls a lot of that circulation down in the lower part of the body. And so if we kind of pinch that off a little gently, right? I was looking for softness in there. We don't want to pinch it off completely. But now you can feel once you open the valve again that the circulation can run free. We allow the prana back in. And I want you to feel from the hips all the way down to your toes. I imagine there's a subtle difference between the feeling on the right side and the left side, yeah? And so just let that be. And when you feel ready, just draw the left one in. And at first you might take 2 hands to hold it, but then you realize that once you have it in place, you don't really have to work that hard to keep it there. You might be able to hold with just your right arm and lay the left arm down. Did I say that wrong? Use just the left arm and let the right one down, yeah. So that it almost feels like the right side of your body is in Shavasana. And you're doing something really gentle and purposeful on the left side. And then I want you to focus a little bit on like how much is enough. So you're bringing the leg toward the torso, and there is a deep fold and a crease there at the hip where the leg meets the body, right at your hip joint. And I don't want you to force it or pinch it too tight. I want you to allow there to be a softness in there, even though you're holding the leg close to you. Because you can squeeze the psoas or you can relax it. So I guess what I'm asking is that you relax it and let the crease of the hip be a little softer. And we want to appreciate how much time it might take to feel a subtle change in the amount of circulation that's coming down that left side. So we're just like pinching it off a little. Like how close can you get your leg bone to your belly? Yeah, like that, Josh. Pull it in. Yeah. So we hold the leg close to the body. We just try not to pinch too much. Try to soften in the crease. And again, if you have a tendency to go wide because it's a little more flexy, see if you can keep it like straight in front of you. And we are in that last minute. So just take a few more breaths. So if you're still using your right arm, I'm gonna just say let that one go. And then we're gonna leave the leg exactly as it is, but take the left arm down and just let that go. And slowly and gently slide that left leg all the way down to meet the right. Yeah. So good. I know, I wish I did it. I'm gonna have to do this later. Sometimes I get jealous. When something really yummy happens in this room, I'm almost always inspired to, even if it's in a portion of the practice, I either have done it before I came here or I will do it later because it's what's bubbling up in me that day. And so it's what needs to happen. And go ahead and draw both knees into the belly. Should feel pretty good. And you can address your lower back for a moment. Just like a little bit of rocking sensation. Just a little bit of movement and freedom. You can squeeze or you can rock. You can do whatever feels right for you. And just relax the soles of your feet, relax your toes. And we're just going to drape our hands over our knees, just like that, Steve. You got it perfect. And so let your fingers go over the top so the fingers kind of point toward the shins. Yeah. And then move your legs away from you till your arms are straight. And then just let your feet dangle. So move your knees away until your arms are straight and let your feet dangle. Dangle. Yeah. So you kind of like the fingertips. So just hold the knees in place and just let the feet go. Yeah, just let them drop. Dangle. Hey, that's the word. I don't know. Is there another word? Hang. Let your feet hang. I like dangle better. Right? Dangle's better. It's actually called dangle pose. Literally. And so you're holding your knees, but you're not pulling them towards you this time. You're moving your knees away from you until your arms are straight. Yep. And then letting the feet dangle. Good. So it probably shouldn't take a whole lot of energy to hold this. Try to keep your lower back flat. Relax your feet, really let them hang there. Yeah. Like the feet just float in midair. And a little bit of holding the knees so that they don't touch down. And you still get to breathe through your whole body. Mm. Take 3 more breaths. Let your whole body breathe. Let your belly move. And I want you to really pay attention to how you come out of this one. And what we're going to do is we're going to just like step our feet back down so lightly that when you feel the weight go back into your feet, you could actually feel your hip flexors relax. So just put them both down. When you feel the feet touch, you can almost feel something let go in the pelvis. Yeah. Stay in that softness. Feet on the ground. New feet. Your feet can feel the texture of the mat. They can feel how solid the earth is beneath you. There is a sense of grounding and home. And then I'd love for you to just come into a really gentle spinal twist. Let's take our legs and hips over to the right. If you just tip the knees, you got to make a little more effort to turn the hips around. So you don't just tip your knees to the side. You got to pull the left one on top of the right one. So your hip comes around. Yeah, there you go. And then open your arms and look out to the left. So bring the left one over to meet the right, just so the hips come around too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Better?
That's a bit.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, pull this up a little bit. Pull this up and then pull this up to meet it too. Yeah, so the hip comes around. You can turn your head to the left. Yeah. Try to relax this a little. Fingers soft. Biceps soft. Less is more. And really gently start to bring your knees and your hips back to center. Pause in the center for a moment. Maybe take a full breath in and a complete breath out. And then just prepare.
Oops, I'm sorry.
It's okay to come around to the other side. Knees and hips go left, chest and gaze go right. And so if you kind of tip your knees to one side, you might want to pull them up so the hips come around. Do you need something? Okay. And we're breathing. And we're softening. Less is more. That's actually the name of this album. Let's take a nice long breath in and a complete breath out. And then we'll roll back to the center. Go ahead and draw your knees into your belly. And then imagine you had the luxury of a wall. And just extend your legs up in the air as if they were resting on a wall. We call that Viparita Karani. And you can wedge your fingers under your tailbone. That might make it a little bit easier. Oh, I guess we got to go to this end. Left side. And try to do nothing with your feet. Don't flex them, don't touch them together. I'll put a few inches between them and just really let them relax and float there. There can be a soft bend in the knees and a soft bend in the crease of the hip. And again, we're just going to allow energy to drain, like circulation to drain. Inversion. You're welcome. Inversion is a really beautiful element of the practice. It's nourishing for your nervous system. It's nice and really important for your circulation. Now I'd like you to take your hands out from under your hips and stretch your arms straight up to the ceiling. Thank you. Are all of the towels down? Okay. Get those last three and then you have to clear the space because it might be dangerous. So we're going to start to wiggle our fingers and our toes and our ankles and our wrists and our knees and our elbows and our shoulders and our hips. Yep. Do it. Everything. Yeah. So I want the legs and the arm movement to make your whole spine like shimmy. Your whole body shimmy like, ah, like if you were making a noise, it would sound like that. Come on, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Like it's the most important thing you ever did in your life. Like shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, like the snow globe, right? Like shake it so you get all of the flakes of snow to be up in the water, floating around. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Come on. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, you can count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Put the globe down on the desk and let the snow settle. Close your eyes and just bathe. Yeah, it's a prana bath. It comes from Kundalini. And then we just lay in it. We just lay in it. Close your eyes and feel it all settle. Because sometimes life is messy and we feel shaken up. And wouldn't it be amazing if we had the skill to, instead of continuing to stir the pot, like to just lay ourselves down and just let it go. Just get over it, right? You can cover your eyes if you wish. And we're just going to be still for a few minutes together. I love this track. And that whole album is less is more, but this track is called Mind Massage. And so we did the massage for the body. Allow the music to get in there and massage the mind. Allow a space for the letting go. Fingers soft. Still little prana in the feet. And let the weight of the world melt. Let it melt away. So, in your own way and in your own time, I'd like you to find a way to come up and sit and turn around to face the front. Thank you for being good sports. I know there were some moments in there that maybe were not so pleasant, but overall, hopefully that will move from the feet up through the body, and that will continue to serve and nourish you all day. Think about what shoes you wear the rest of the day, how you treat your feet, you know? I love that. right. That's how yoga works. Right. And actually, the person who's doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing is usually my favorite person in the room. Right. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. Take a long breath in. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all. And I mean all. Every nation, every gender, every age, every color, everything, everyone, every sentient being deserves the right to know peace, peace, perfect peace. Namaste. Thank you.